Hi there, guys. This is Samantha. Oh, don't look at that. This is Samantha here for another edition of Cheap Art Supplies because I decided to make this a series because I own a lot of cheap art supplies because I am a cheap artist and I am not a professional, and I figure these might be useful for other people who are not professionals and thus don't understand when professional people give their opinions about art supplies in a professional way. So if you're just a casual artist, hopefully you'll enjoy watching videos about these cheap art supplies. Right now, I'm doing one on these supplies for watercolors I got from Michaels. This was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It was a really long time ago that I got these. I'm pretty sure they're still for sale because I saw them in there last time I went. But so we have Artist Loft watercolor pans. I have 2 different pans that I got, and they were like $5 each. I first got these, they're the pearlescent ones, and they're really nice. They're so pretty. And then we have the ones that are in basic colors, which I bought really for the sole purpose. I was perfectly content a year ago with doing all of my watercoloring in just pearlescent. But then I realized that I didn't have a skin color, and anytime, like for white people, or even really for like people who are brown, it's just all really weird colors. And anytime I tried to do like skin, I would resort to colors that turn up being like bronze or gold, and then it just looked really bad. So then I bought this for the entire purpose of having realistic skin colors, which you can see the big dents made in the skin color tones. But then I also came to really enjoy this one too. And then we have some $5 watercolor brushes, which were advertised as being for watercolors, and I've used exclusively on watercolors, so these haven't been tainted with anything else. I also bought a water brush, but that one was kind of expensive for just one water brush, even though it was on sale because it was from Michaels. So I'm fixing upon my mistakes from last video. We're not going to have me talking the whole time because that took forever. So what we're going to do is I just wanted to introduce the supplies. I'm pretty sure they're all available. I'm pretty sure you can buy them online. I'll link to them in the description. And now I'm going to draw a piece, and it's going to be fast-forwarded, and I'll do a voiceover. That's right. Sacrifice for art. So here we go. We're going to do a watercolor. It's exciting because I haven't opened these up in a long time because I've kind of moved on to using watercolor brush pens. But I'm so excited. These are really awesome. Trust me. I give you my 100% guarantee. These are really good for $5. Okay, here we go. Alright, so here we come into the voiceover bit. I'm not using my professional microphone, so I hope this still sounds okay. So the character that I chose to draw was Madeline Hatter from the show Ever After High. I really like drawing Ever After High girls from pearlescent colors, when that's a lot of what I used to do, because if you've ever seen the show, it's like based on them being able to sell dolls, and so everything's really pretty and really bright, and so I thought Madeline Hatter would be great because I don't usually draw her. I'm not usually drawn to her, but I was like, yes. Now that we're done with the sketch, I'm going to talk again. Leaving the voiceover, I just wanted to introduce here are the watercolors, and I'm going to be focusing mostly on pearlescence, but I will do things like her skin in this, and maybe some parts of her shirt. I don't know. Just Ever After High girls are so fun to draw in pearlescence, but I'll do my best. Also, it's only going to be in pencil, so it's going to get a little dirty, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, I'm back! With my future insight, I can confirm that in fact the pencil did not get messy, which was great. So I thought I was originally going to use a mix of the 2 watercolors to really show both of them off, but in the end I really just used the pearlescence, but of course I used the other palette for the skin because I just love the pearlescence so much. I don't really communicate the shininess here in this little tiny uncomfortable filming space, but trust me, it is there. I tend to use a lot of water when I do watercolors, so that's why the colors sort of turn out light, and sometimes I had to go back in and layer on another shade. Oh, that right there was when the camera fell off, but I didn't want to cut it out. I thought it added some character to the scene, but yes, the camera did fall. But anyway, so you can tell it kind of went on light, especially on the eyes. I go back, I keep going back to them. I was like, they're too dark, they need to be light. And her shirt, I also did it in pearlescence. I was like, only pearlescence. I don't want any of that boring normal color, but there's nothing wrong with using normal color watercolors. It's just if you have the chance to use pearlescence, why wouldn't you? So anyway, this was really fun. I haven't worked with like a physical paintbrush in a long time, and I haven't used these palettes in a long time. So it was really fun going back through and getting to experiment with them and remember how much I like them. So I'm definitely going to be doing more drawings with them soon. And then for the background, I just did a simple little green swirl because I was being basic. In case you can't tell by the maybe slight change in lighting, it is a new day. I had to stop filming because I forgot I had a meeting I had to go to. So, here is the finished piece of Madeline Hatter. I'll try and, do you see that? The pearlescents are so good. I mean, they're amazing. They are one of the best reasons you would buy this set, because that's just something you don't get out of other watercolors very often unless you're willing to pay like a lot of money. So, I highly recommend these, especially if you're new to watercolors, you don't know if you're gonna like it. The pigment is a little light, but that's because I use a lot of water. So you can definitely get dark pigments. My sister, Sarah, she gets very dark pigments with these watercolors with no problem. It's just how much you swirl around the brush and like the pan. And I know I didn't show that very much, but I kind of go in lightly. But the more you swirl, the darker your color will be, or you can get the lighter, sort of more watercolory effect. So I'm really happy with how this one came out, especially since I haven't used the watercolors in the pans for a really long time. I didn't remember how to use them at first, and I was like, oh no, I'm not lining it, it's gonna get messy. But it really didn't get messy. So if you just, all you have is a mechanical pencil, you buy the brushes, you buy the watercolors for $15. There's a ton of colors that you're gonna get. You get the metallic ones, and I'd say the brush set is really nice. I know I only used one of the brushes in this video, but they are really nice. I've used them for a long time. But get a water brush. That's my recommendation, but from Michaels they're expensive, which is why I tried that bigger pack, because you get a lot more variety for a lot cheaper. But anyway, I don't want to blather on for too long, just here's the finished one. These are a great investment for beginner artists, and I'll see you again for another edition of the Cheap Art Supply Challenge. Bye guys!